Good morning, students. Welcome to our online class. Subject Social Science, Class 5, Unit 2, Hydrosphere. So, before going to the today's session, have you all revised the topics which we have learned in the last previous sessions? Yes? I think everyone has revised. So, before going to the next session, shall we recall some points which we have learned in the previous classes? First, what did we learn, children? First, we saw about the hydrosphere. What do you mean by hydrosphere? Hydrosphere is the total amount of water present on the earth, which includes water on the surface, under the ground, and also in the air. Next, we saw about that the percentage of hydrosphere, that is, it covers nearly 71% of planet Earth, and 97% of water is salt water, and 3% of water is the fresh water. Next, we saw about the importance of hydrosphere, why water is very necessary in our daily life. Both living things and non-living things depend upon water for their survival. So, it is very necessary. Clear, children? Yes? Next topic, we saw about the types of water bodies. So, what are the various types of water bodies? Rivers, lakes, ponds, stream, sea, ocean, gulf, bay, lagoon, strait, and waterfalls. So, in that, first we saw about the rivers. Rivers are large streams that flow over the land. They are freshwater bodies which generally originate at the mountainous areas. For example, you can say Ganga, Yamuna and Kaveri. Next, we saw about the oceans. Oceans are vast water bodies that usually separates continent from one another. Next, we saw about the sea. Sea are also vast water bodies but smaller than ocean in size. They are partly closed by land and open up to the oceans. Clear, children? Next, we saw about the lakes. So, lake is a water body surrounded by land on all sides. They are either fresh or salt water bodies. For example, you can say Kolleri Lake or Sambar Lake. Clear, children? Next, we saw about the Gulf. So, what is Gulf? Gulf is an inlet of sea which is surrounded by land with a narrow mouth. The next one we saw about the bay. Bay is an inlet of water where the land curves inwards. Next we saw about the lagoon. Lagoon is a stretch of salt water separated from sea by a low sand bank. Children, up to this you have any doubt? Next we saw about the strait. A strait is a narrow stretch of water which joins two larger water bodies. And the last one we saw about the waterfalls. Waterfalls forms when a river stream flows from a great height. Clear, children? So up to this we have seen in the last session. Yes? So today we are going to see the next session. So in today's topic we are going to see about the water cycle. Different stages of water cycle. So before going to that, first we will see what do you mean by water pollution. So what is water pollution? We should be very careful about how to use the water. Yes or no? So water pollution is a common phenomenon around us. What is the main reason of this? The garbage that we throw in water bodies makes the water impure and it is not fit for our use. So no. So this only increases the scarcity of water, household and use of the water. Clear, children? Yes. Now we'll see about water scarcity. What do you mean by water scarcity? Water scarcity is mean that water is not available at all time. The whole of the Tamil Nadu faces a huge water crisis. Yes or no? So we should overcome this problem with some steps to use water thoroughly. So how we can save water? Yes. So children, we can easily save water. How we can save water? By using the water for the useful needs. That is, taking a water in a bucket for bathing instead of a shower. You can use that. Then after washing the vessel, you can check it for the taps are closed. Yes or no? So these are the various steps we can use for saving the water. So we know that water continuously moves on below and above the surface of the earth. How? So this is due to the help of the water cycle that occurs continuously, because water changes it's from solid to liquid and liquid to gas and again gas to liquid. Again the cycle is continuing. So this stage is called as a water cycle. So the changes of solid state to liquid state and liquid state to gas, and from gas to again liquid, again it turns to the same water cycle. So these are the stages of water cycle. Clear children? Yes. Now we'll see the stages of water cycle. The above picture, you can see the picture of water cycle, that is evaporation, condensation and precipitation. Clear children? Yes. First we'll see the first stage of water cycle, that is evaporation. The heat energy of the sun falls on the water bodies like ocean, seas, lakes, rivers, etc. So after that only the water slowly evaporates as vapor into the air. Clear children? First the heat energy of the sun falls on the water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, etc. Then after that it slowly evaporates as vapors into the air. Clear children? Yes. The next stage is the condensation. So what do you mean by condensation? As the vapor rise high, the cooler temperature makes them cool down and then again turn back into the liquid. And again I am repeating, as the vapor rise high, the cooler temperature makes them cool down and turn back again to the liquid. This process is called as a condensation. So wind moves the liquid around to form the clouds. So after this condensation process, the wind moves the liquid around, leading to the formation of the clouds. Then only clouds are formed after condensation. Clear children? Yes. The next stage is the precipitation. So what do you mean by precipitation? The wind movements cause the clouds particles to collide, that is to form as together. So they become as rain bearing clouds and fall back onto the earth's surface. By this process is known as precipitation. So after condensation, the wind causes the clouds particles to coincide, that is collides. Then they became rain bearing clouds and fall back again to the earth's surface. So this process is known as a precipitation. So this only may occur in the form of rain, hail, snow or dew. It depends upon the temperature conditions. Clear children? Yes. So depending upon the temperature, it may form rain or hail or snow or dew. Clear children? Yes. The next one we are going to see about the runoff and infiltration. So what do you mean by this? The fourth stage. So the water, after that it either runs off into the oceans or rivers or sometimes on the ground surface, or sometimes it may be absorbed into the soil. So that is called as the infiltration. Clear children? So after that is precipitation, the water sometimes it either goes into the oceans or rivers or ground surface, or sometimes it will be absorbed into the soil itself. So this is called as infiltration. Dear children, so this cycle again continues again and again. So this is called as a water cycle. Clear children? Yes. So today we have come to the end of the session. So before winding up, we'll see some recap of that topics. So we know that earth is made up of land, water and air, and water is necessary for the all lives and forms, and nearly 3% of water is fresh water, that it is found in ground, lakes, ponds, streams and rivers. And there are 5 major oceans on the world. So what are they? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. And waterfalls forms when the river falls from a great height. So we should use the water carefully. Clear children? Yes. So today's homework is complete the book back exercise, go through the lessons and learn the different stages of water cycle. Read the lesson properly, underline the hard words, write the spellings and see children. Yes. Thank you.